Hey Virgo, how you doing this evening? My name is Sherilyn, and I am here to do your weekly tarot reading. This one's going to be for June 2nd to the 5th. That should be Monday through Thursday. I'll be back on Wednesday with bonus readings, and I'll get you through your weekend then. I do believe you're one of the readings I didn't get to last week for the weeklies, and I am so sorry. I really am. I just was having issues and I couldn't get to it, but I'm here now, so let's hope for the best right here, okay? Let's see. This one's going to be for my Virgos. Virgos. All right, you guys. Let's see what we get, okay? We're starting today, or tonight, whatever we're at here, with the High Priestess. Okay. Now I've got the Six of Swords and the Nine of Cups. That's your recent past or your backstory. Currently, I have you with the Three of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Hierophant. Okay, in the near future, I have the Seven of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the Moon. Okay, Virgo, let's see. At the bottom of the deck, I have the Two of Pentacles. So the undercurrent to this reading has something to do with an inability to maintain some sort of sense of balance, okay? Yeah, we're going to put it that way because I'm not sure, but okay, so let's just say that's what it is. No matter what's happening, the things in your life, you're struggling to find balance, to make everything balance out, which we all are, but it looks like maybe it's quite severe in this situation, okay? Okay, the card at the center of your read is the Page of Cups. There's a lot of meanings for every card. But the meaning I'm getting off this card right now has to do with, and I say this with the nicest way I can, has to do with the level of immaturity and unrealistic expectation. Kind of like not being terribly grounded. A little bit like with your head in the clouds or Fantasyland, maybe. Okay, that's just how I see that one for right now. We'll see how both of these play in, but let's get this started and see where we're going. Okay, recent past. So we've got the High Priestess, the Six of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. Okay. The center is the Six of Swords. What that tells me is in the recent past, you had to make a decision to try to push your life off into calmer waters because the chaos that was surrounding you, which looks like it was based in some sort of uncertainty or deceit, really, was unbearable. I mean, you were losing yourself in it. So you had to get to calmer waters or to solid ground or something. You couldn't stay in the middle of this swirling uncertainty. Okay, we have the High Priestess on one side, the Nine of Cups on the other. Nine of Cups would say this was something that you felt like was your wish fulfillment, is what the chaos was swirling around, okay? With the High Priestess, the swirling was being caused by the fact that you had a huge amount of uncertainty. You felt as though something was being kept secret from you, or you felt as though there was something, you felt something was off and you couldn't put your finger on exactly what it was. Okay, and the harder you tried to figure it out, the further it seemed to get away from you, so you still couldn't figure it out. So this is where this chaos came from. It does look like you made the decision to sail your life off into calmer waters. So I would say it looks like for most of you, you took a break from this situation and left it for now. Okay, that's the past. We can't change it because it's already happened, but it is very relevant to this reading because for some reason, however this played out is what's affecting the rest of the reading. Okay, so that's that. Let's go now. Where are we currently? Currently, you have the Three of Wands. That's good. Page of Cups and the Hierophant. So Three of Wands, that's all about the fact that you're looking towards the future. You're trying to put the past behind you. You're trying to analyze, learn from it, move forward, right? You're looking towards the future. With the Page of Cups in the center, this is where we get the unrealistic expectations. And I don't say that mean. I say it... in some ways, you could be viewed as very optimistic, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It's just, but you have to temper that. Everything has to be tempered. So you need a balance here, too, with reality. You know, so I don't know that you have maybe you're young. I don't know. Or maybe you've just never been through in a situation like this before. But it feels like you don't have very realistic expectations of whatever the dynamic is that we're speaking of here. Whatever had you up here in the top where you had this chaos. It's something that it's a learn as you go type thing, right? But let's keep going. So the last card here is the Hierophant. This is all about a commitment. I feel like the unrealistic expectations are attached to a commitment. Maybe you didn't have a bunch of role models growing up. Maybe you don't know what a really healthy relationship looks like. Maybe you think it's supposed to look like the Cosby Show. That's not really, I'm aging myself, huh? That's not really the way that things work out necessarily. You know, so maybe, I don't know, that's what I'm feeling. It feels almost like when the honeymoon phase of this relationship died out, you floundered. You didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. It's kind of like a love and lust thing. I mean, and that, even the love and lust thing, those are lines you learn as you go, okay? That's not something you actually know just because you're born, right? So I think there's something here about that, about things getting confusing and mucky as time went on. Like maybe this moved way too fast to start, and so you didn't have the foundation that you needed built, and it caused all this other to go on. Let's keep going. Okay, in the near future, where are we going? I have the Seven of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the Moon. Okay, in the near future, Seven of Wands would say that you're very defensive. It falls out in line with the Three of Wands and the High Priestess, which is, you're convinced you've been lied to here, because you're opening with the High Priestess and ending with the Moon. Okay, so you're convinced that somebody is deceiving you. I don't know if that's a grounded concern or if that's, you know, paranoia. I'm not sure where that's, it could be projection for all I know, but you're definitely convinced of it. So at the Seven of Wands, you're feeling very, very defensive, okay? With the Four of Pentacles, you're trying to hang on to something. I got to be honest with you. I feel like you're trying to hang on to this person that you managed to get away from to go to calmer waters. But I think energetically, you didn't really cut ties, because that's who you're still holding on to here. But with the Moon, you still don't trust them. You still don't trust this situation. So this seems very, I don't understand what you're trying to get to here then. I mean, if you didn't trust them, that's why you had to go, then why would you still have them here and still be hanging on to them? Because that hasn't changed, it doesn't look like. I have the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Lovers. You're going to claim it's because you love them. Okay, Ten of Pentacles, that's because you feel like you could build a legacy with them. Two of Pentacles, there is no balance. And there's a ton of confusion around this relationship because it feels like it's stemming from you. Maybe it's them too. I feel like they somehow trigger you. You're too easily triggered and they somehow manage to trigger you, and they seem to keep doing it on purpose or vice versa. Like they know if they don't call, whatever, 7 times a day, you're going to think something's up, and so they don't call 7 times a day, then you obviously think something's up and everything just falls apart again. This feels a little bit like a toxic karmic cycle you've got yourself into here. It does feel like that. But whatever. I mean, you paid your money to get on the roller coaster. You can ride it as many times as you want to. I don't know that you're going to get a different outcome from it, but it's possible. Let me do the days really quick. We're almost out of time. Sorry. Monday, I've got 6 of Cups and the 7 of Swords. So you're trying to strategically get back in the good graces of something you have a ton of history with. Tuesday, I've got the 2 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. You're being viewed as the Queen of Pentacles, male or female. You're standing in your feminine here, but you are home to somebody, or you are where somebody can relax and be a version of themselves they can't be anywhere else, okay? Wednesday, I have the King of Wands and the 7 of Cups, because you don't trust this person. This is about you thinking this person's cheating or they're running around. That's what that is. That's what you think. Thursday, I have the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands. You view the other person in this relationship as the Queen of Wands, and they view you the same way. So it looks like there's no trust on either side of this right now. Both of you are insecure or have an abandonment wound. I'm not sure, but truly this is on the verge of turning toxic. This is truly on the verge of turning into a very karmic situation here. So maybe pump the brakes a little bit and try to get grounded and be more realistic in it is all I've got for right this second. Then again, roller coasters are fun, you know, right? So hey, what are you gonna do? Okay, there you go. I am out of time, huh? Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I have daily energy check-ins that I've been doing here lately. If you want to show up in the morning, they're kind of fun. If you need a private reading, send me a message. I'll get you the details. I will never reach out to you first. No matter what the cards say, just go out and have the best possible day that you can. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do in life. It's going to be fine. It just looks like maybe you're on a hell of a learning curve. Maybe that's what I feel like. No matter your age, doesn't matter how old you are, you still have stuff to learn. And that's what I feel like could be happening here. Just a learning curve. You'll be great. All right? All right, you guys.